Welcome to the Personal Perseverance Project. My name is David Atkins, retired New York State Trooper, $1 Million Direct Sales International Business Earner, author, and keynote motivational speaker, where each week I come here to help you break through your excuses so you can live a life up to your fullest potential. Let the project begin.
That is my mindset. I operate on a level of excellence, and you guys need to wake up every single day, and you need to operate on a level of excellence and create your masterpiece.
What's up, guys? It is David here, and wow, happy Monday for those that are listening to this on the day that this comes out. I just came off an amazing week last week. I was out in Iowa with the keynote that I had with the Iowa Roads and Streets, which is like the Department of Transportation. Is your boots on the ground people that are out there working on the roads and highways. And it reminds me a little bit of my days with the state police and as a captain, and how I always worked closely alongside the Department of Transportation, especially during storms and times that, you know, they were super important and vital to the safety of the general public. And then after being in Iowa, I was in Wyoming, in Casper, Wyoming, doing the keynote for the Wyoming Realtors Association State Conference, which was also a lot of fun, a lot of energy, a lot of engagement, had some laughs, had a really great time. But it was a busy week of travel. And now I'm back home this week, and my goals this week, beside recording this podcast and getting this out to all of you, is really to get back focused again, to continue. As if you have not heard, I'm writing my second book, The One Decision Away Philosophy. I'm writing that book. I wrote a ton towards the second half of the summer, about 4 or 5 chapters in with the introduction. Everything is laid out. I want to get back focused and do that again. But there is some things I have to take care of this week, some pre-event calls for keynotes and stuff that I'm getting ready for. But I'm excited about the week, and I'm excited about this topic. I'm excited really about this story I want to share with you guys that maybe could apply with where you are right now, and to kind of give you insight of where you can go. And really, to open it up, and I talk about it in the title of this podcast, is that I am going to commit to doing an ultramarathon. Now, an ultramarathon is any race that's longer than a marathon distance, which is 26.2 miles. For those of you that have followed me for a while and know I ran the New York City Marathon last year, and boy, did I have a story with that. But that was my third marathon, all New York City, and I'm ready to go after something more challenging. I'm ready to push myself to a new limit, because I'm a big believer that every single day we should try to live life to the fullest. Every single day we should be pushing our limits, because I do not want to look back at my life at whatever time that is in the later years and live a life with regret. I want to take whatever gifts that I believe God gave me, and the health and the body that I have, and I was born a good runner, somebody that enjoyed running, and for me, the next thing is to try to do an ultra marathon. But I can tell you this, for me, and for many people, when it gets to a point when you want to do something as challenging as this, for me, it's not about the time that I finish. For me, it's not about it being a race per se. I want to hit this time. For me, it's about the willpower that it will take to finish something of this magnitude. The willpower that it takes to finish an ultra marathon, which more often than not are races. I hate to even call it a race, but I guess it's a race. Are events that are on trails, that are on rocky ground, are in the woods, are hilly, that it's just a different challenge. And I just think so often right now, and probably many of you that are listening, I think you're stuck in third gear. I think 99% of society just goes through the motions each day. Like, you have more in you. You have 3 more gears in you. And I don't know what that is for you. You know, but I do know this. Far too many people get comfortable and are not truly, quote unquote, living We're just existing. We're waking up on Mondays and counting the days to Fridays for the weekend and when we could start drinking again. And to me, that's just not a way to live. Life is, there's so much more to life out there. And it's experiencing great things. It's accomplishing great things. The number one source of fulfillment that I speak about, that I heard Tony Robbins speak about, is progress. And the reason why so often I think people just feel stuck or are struggling is because you're just going through the motions. You haven't set goals in your life. You haven't set dreams in your life. You haven't strived to do something that's bigger. And maybe, for you, maybe you're like, David, I can never do an ultra marathon. Fine, then maybe sign up to do a 5K race and just start moving again. Or maybe it's that there's that promotion that you want to go after and you haven't really ever given it your all to go after. Or maybe you're in a career right now that you hate and you're talking about one day. Well, let me tell you, there is no one day. It's today to go after it. And the first part that I want to share with you about what I've learned by saying I'm going to commit to this ultra marathon. I don't have a date. I don't have a race that I'm running. I know I want to do it before next summer. I don't think I would. I've been running about 5 days a week right now. I have a good base of running. I've been lifting in 5-6 days a week, been running about 5 days a week. So my training is great, but I don't know if I would be able to have the time to do something in the next couple of months. I really don't know. But I know that I'm committed to doing it. And I know if it's not in a couple of months, maybe in the spring, but it's going to be before summer, or maybe in the winter. But this is my point. This is the first thing I want to share with you right now and what I learned by committing to this. And this is something I've been through before. And this is something that I know most people do. Too many of you are living in this gap of hesitation in your life when it comes to the decisions that you need to make, and only you know what they are, right? There is something in your life right now that you know in your gut, you know in your heart that you need to do. Maybe it's your relationship with your significant other or your spouse that you know you need to work on, or spend more time with that person and work less and spend more quality time with them. Maybe it's starting that new business. Maybe it's going for that promotion. Maybe it's taking care of your health. I don't know. It's different for everybody. But I want to let you know this. Far too many of us live in this gap of hesitation. The hesitation to start, the hesitation to get up on time, the hesitation to have the tough conversation, the hesitation to take that first step in whatever it is. And you need to get out of that. And I know so often it's fear of failure. But you know what? We all have fear. I have fear. We all have fear every single day. But it takes one word, one simple word to overcome your fear. And that's just having courage. Having the courage to face your fears, to make that decision to move your life forward. And can I say this? Can I share this part of the story with you as well? Life will reveal to you what to do next after you make the decision with what's in front of you. Let me say that again. Life will reveal to you, God, your faith, whatever it is, the universe you believe in. For me, it's God. God will reveal to me what to do next, but I need to make the decision with what's in front of me. And I say that because I go back a couple of years when I had the conversation with my wife, and this is something I share on stage and I'm passionate about, when our marriage was struggling and we were 6 figures in debt and we weren't the healthiest that we can be, and my wife struggled to lose the baby weight, and I was heavier, like 20 pounds heavier than I was now, nowhere near as fit as I am now. And I remember having that tough conversation with my wife saying something needs to change. And I was scared. I had fear. Was she going to believe? Was she going to accept what I had to say? Was she going to hear what I had to say? Was she going to willing to join me on this journey to improve our life, our health, our marriage, our financial situation, all of the things? And she was, but I had to make that decision to face that fear. And you know what that did? Life then revealed to me, after that decision, a business opportunity with Beachbody that I didn't know existed. And then I made that decision to go after it, even when all of the people, the majority of people in the world said, that's not going to work. It's a pyramid scheme. It's a joke. Why are you wasting your time? All the haters and critics and naysayers came out, but I made the decision anyway. And then God revealed to me a gift that I didn't know I had to go up on stage and naturally speak and inspire and empower people like I did last weekend to thousands and thousands of other people. I never predicted that, but life revealed that to me. And when I started doing it for free for 10 years at quarterly events, to whether it was to 15 people or 20,000 people in the NFL Superdome, then life revealed to me executives and people getting in my ear that you have a gift and you need to go out there and share your message with the world and be a keynote speaker. And then that's what life revealed to me. And then I had the choice. Do I retire from the state police after 22 years when I felt like I was probably within a year potentially getting promoted again from captain to major? But I felt like life had a bigger calling. It was bigger than me at that point. It wasn't even about me. It was about the people that I can impact in their lives by using the voice that I have and the gift that God gave me. And I made the decision to be a speaker. And then after that, people were like, you need to write a book. And God revealed to me that I need, that I should write, and I have no writing background, and I published and wrote The Leveled Up Life, and then that led to where I was. And I tell people now I'm standing on stage before you, and if it wasn't for that decision with my wife early on, it would never would have happened. I can tell you right now, you wouldn't be listening to this podcast if it wasn't for the decision that I made 12, 13 years ago to speak to my wife when we were in a difficult situation. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Do you feel my emotions? That you need to work with where you are, with what you have right now, because what you have is plenty. Don't worry about what you need to do 6 months, 6 days, 6 years from now. You need to make the decision with your life, with where you are right now, and you know what that is, and not live in the gap of hesitation. And when you do that, life will reveal to you what comes next. One step at a time. Because if you look back with where you are now, you probably can understand why all the things happened the way they did to take you to where you are in your life right now. So for me, when I committed to the Ultramarathon, that wasn't on my map 6 months ago, a year ago, but life revealed to me that, number one, David, it's time to level up to another life. Why? Because I believe as a motivational speaker, for me to be one of the top sought after motivational speakers in the world, I am not just going to talk the talk, I'm going to walk the walk. And it is my duty and obligation to not only go out there and be the best version of myself, but to go after goals, to go after dreams, because I speak about the power of having a vision. I speak about the power of not having regrets in your life. I speak about the sense of urgency that we need to show up every single day, because life is a blessing. Life is a gift. And right now you are talking about, I'm going to do things when I have more time and you're less busy next week, and you may not be here tomorrow. And my life revealed that to me when my best friend was shot and killed, on how precious life is. So the first thing I learned as I'm striving to go for this ultra marathon is, number one, I committed to doing it, and I'm going to find a one to do it. I refuse to live in a gap of hesitation because of fear. Because right now, the decision I need to make in front of me is that's the next goal I'm going to go after for my own personal goals and well-being. So for you guys, you got to get out of third gear. Your goal should be, I want to die on E, on an empty tank. You do not want to die with gas still left in the tank. Stop going through the motions in life. Stop waking up every single day and just kind of going through like a ship without a sail, just floating out there every single day, hoping to reach your destination, that your life will improve. And guys, let me tell you this right now, newsflash. This is the day after that former President Donald Trump was attempted assassination on our president, right? And I'm not going to get into politics, but this is the thing I want to share with you. Whether you support Donald Trump or you support Kamala Harris, or you hate Donald Trump or you hate Kamala Harris, it doesn't matter. But they're not going to rescue you. They're not going to be the one that supports your goals and your dreams. Neither of any of the candidates are going to determine and make the decision for me to go out there to commit to a goal to an ultra marathon. Neither of those candidates, helped me make the decisions that I made through my whole life to bring me to where I am today. My book did not get published because of who the president of the United States was. I did not become a speaker and having the success that I had thus far because of the president of the United States. And some of you are thinking that the president is going to save you. It's not going to happen. It's nobody else's job to support your goals and your dreams but yourself. So stop waiting for the election to happen. Stop wasting time on social media scrolling, getting angry at the world no matter what side you are on, because that's not going to add value to your life. You add value to your life. You take ownership of your life, and you stop living in the gap of hesitation. So guys, that's the first thing. Get out of third gear. I need to get that out of the way. The second thing is this. I want to talk to you about macro goals, micro decisions. Macro goals, micro decisions. When you finally set a big goal, okay? When you finally set the thing that you want to achieve, and only you will know what that is. So for me in this case, the macro goal is wanting to run an ultra marathon. The micro decisions are the small, little, incremental decisions I need to make every single day that will bring me closer to the goal of running an ultra marathon. And you need to figure that out for yourself. It's in a way called reverse engineering your life. You have this goal. All right, in order for you to hit this goal, what do you need to have happen by the end of the month? Okay, for that to happen, what do you need to have happen at the end of each week? All right, for that to happen, what do you need to be doing each day? So many people think there's this quantum leap to success. There's this microwave mentality we live in that there's overnight success. It doesn't happen that way. It's about the decisions you make today that you consistently do over time that lead to massive success. The one decision away philosophy is telling you that I talk about, and my book's going to be about, that you are one decision away from changing the direction of your life to live up to your fullest potential. If there's no big step, it's about owning your life today. It's about making the decision today. It's about not living in that gap of hesitation, right? And making the decisions that you know you need to make. Right? So for me, for an ultra marathon, I can't just go out there and run it tomorrow. I know I need to train, and I know there's a certain amount of miles I need to run each week. And I know once a week I need to run a long run, and that long run needs to consistently grow week after week after week so I can build the strength up in my legs. So now I know what I need to do each day. The little small incremental steps of getting in the runs each day lead to the ultimate goal of running an ultra marathon. For you, if you want to be a millionaire as a real estate agent, or you want to be a millionaire in building a business, that doesn't happen overnight. You need to work backwards, and you need to start with, what do you need to do today? What is the decision that you need to do today? What is the thing that you need to do today to move the needle in your life? And it could be multiple things at once. Like for me, I have personal fitness goals, right? I have the ultra marathon. I have speaking goals. And these are like the different pillars of your life. I have spiritual goals, my relationship with God. I have family goals like I went out with my wife this weekend. We had a date night. We had a great dinner. Oh, I had an amazing steak, New York strip steak, by the way. It was amazing. We had a great date night. Family. So the financial goals. If you have financial goals and you want to save, $10,000 in the bank, well, then how do you do that? What are the decisions you need to make today, right now, to change that? We are always only one decision away from changing our life. And too often, everybody goes through the motions in life. We're stuck in third gear, and you live in the gap of hesitation. So, guys, that's kind of my message today, is I need to jar you a little bit. I need the light bulb to go off. I need you to understand that you have to get out of cruise control. You have to leave nothing in the tank when you're done. You have more in you in your life, and you have to get away from hesitating in your life. And it's one decision. It's one decision to get you started, because it's the start that stops most people. Okay? But just start and have faith. Have faith, and I'm telling you, Have faith that life will reveal to you what to do next if you're willing to take the step with what's right in front of you. And only you know what that is. Okay? So just start. And then recognize, parallel to that, whatever your macro goal is, what are the micro decisions that you need to make today to make them happen? And you want a bonus tip? You want a little driving force to make this happen? You need to attach a why to it. Why do you do what you do? And it has to be bigger than you, my friends, because if it's not bigger than you when life gets hard, which it does for all of us, because I like to say you're either in a problem, coming out of a problem, and there's a problem on the horizon tomorrow. When life happens, if it's not bigger than you, you will quit because you don't have something that's driving you. Your why has to be bigger than yourself. Do your kids, is it for your kids? Is it for your spouse? Is it for your family? Is it for your community? Is it for your coworkers? There's people out there that need you on your A game. Who needs you on your A game today? Is it your kids? Is it your spouse? Is it your coworkers? I know this, that people need the best of you, not what's left of you every single day. So make the decision. Make the decision to move your life forward. Don't live in hesitation, okay? Face that fear. Go after that goal, and it's different for everybody. So, guys, that's my message for you. I want to share that with you on this Monday. Please follow this channel, subscribe to this channel, share it with your friends. Let's spread a message, especially now in this election year when there's so much anger going out there. Imagine if everybody worked on improving their life for the better, to feel good, to lift each other up, to be engines in people's lives, not anchors in people's lives. If there was less hate, more love, if there was more inspiration and less anxiety and depression and hate, my goodness, the world would be in a better place. But we're so caught up in worrying about what everybody else is doing instead of doing and taking care of ourselves and worrying about ourselves first. So, guys, that's my message. Have a great week, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Personal Perseverance Project. My goal every single day is to help people live up to their fullest potential. So please share this episode, subscribe to my channel, and maybe even leave a review. Be sure to connect and follow me on all my social media channels. And if you would like more information about me potentially being a keynote speaker at your event, or maybe you want to work with me one-on-one as your private coach, be sure to go to my website at davidatkinspeaks.com for more information. Thank you.